Hello everyone, welcome back to another Spurs in the Saddle. This time around I thought we could talk about the individual player performances following our 5-0 win against Burnley, and a little bit touching on Mourinho, how much he's turned things around in obviously a fairly short space of time, and the fact that he's not had that much training time. Now I know that my previous Spurs in the Saddle was a bit more negative, I guess, following the United defeat. And if you've seen my vlog from Burnley, then you would have known that I was absolutely blown away by the result. I did not expect us to go and win 5-0. I don't think many people did, to be honest, but very, very, very proud with the team performance. I think the overall performance was like miles better, so like light years better than it was against United, so incredibly proud of that. But yeah, let's start from the back. Gaza in goal. To be honest, he wasn't really tested that much, thankfully. There was that one chance I think they got the ball on the crossbar and stuff, but overall didn't have much to do. That being said, I still thought he was a little shaky, but you know, maybe that will come with experience, you don't know. I think if I had to give a number, I'd say 6, because, you know, just because he's not really tested, it's not like he had to do a tremendous amount of saves to keep us a clean sheet. But that being said, it's really good that we've kept a clean sheet. Moving on to our defence, I think I'll give 7s to all of them, all round. I mean, Aurier looked good. He obviously then went off a bit injured. I hope it's nothing too serious, because I think Mourinho's done a pretty decent job with, you know, a guy who's very, very volatile, can have amazing games and then give away a penalty and stuff. That being said, I still think that's in him, but he's just seeming a lot more confident. To be honest, that's true of a lot of our players, but he's just looking a lot more there. And he's obviously going brilliant forward and finding himself in brilliant positions and good crosses as well. And defensively, he's there, but he's also got support now, which is important. Sissoko covering for him oftentimes, and sometimes Lucas on the right, but I'll cover that in a bit. So yeah, I think a 7 for him. I think a 7 for Sanchez for sure. I think he's looking a lot better on the right side of the centre-back pairing. Whenever Toby and him played and he was on the left, that just never worked, and he looked incredibly weak. But now he's looking a lot stronger, a lot more confident, and he's doing very well. He's clearing beautifully, he's positioning himself really well, he's using his pace. So overall, yes, very pleased with Sanchez. And moving on to that, I think Toby and Jan having that left and right together, obviously Jan being a left back in this position, but still, you know, two of them can link up and they know each other very, very well. I think that's working out really nicely, and it looks like this back 4, back 3 situation is working, because obviously we finally kept a clean sheet. It wasn't obvious, it wasn't immediate, but a long-awaited clean sheet has come our way. So I think 7s to both of them. Toby doing some lovely long balls again, I think yesterday, and Jan doing very well on the left, so very pleased with them. Moving on to midfield, it was a Dyer-Sissoko partnership, which is obviously, it worked out a lot better than the Sissoko-Winks partnership. I think Dyer was good. I'd say a 6 or a 7. I think he's under a lot of criticism from a lot of fans. I said previously that I'm still a fan of his. I think he still needs to get better, because he's been rusty. Let's be honest, he's not played that much, so he needs to get that match sharpness back. But I really like him. I think there's a future for him here. Clearly Mourinho thinks that as well. He can still make some mistakes, but to be honest, it's in everyone right now. I think it's an overall team thing, that when we're bad, we're rubbish and absolutely atrocious. When we're good, we're excellent. So I think we just need to get a nice little baseline as higher. So even when we're bad, then we're not the worst we can be, but we can still get away with things. So that's true to him as well. So I don't know, I say a 6.5-ish, because he wasn't as solid as the defence, let's say, but he wasn't atrocious. So I think he was fine. Sissoko, I think he deserves an 8. I mean, overall his performance was great. He hit the post and then he scored our 5th goal as well. He's looking like a whole other person under Mourinho, I must say. I don't know what he's done to him, but that's more like the Sissoko who plays for France, like that guy who scores goals as well. So very, very impressed with that, and really, really liking it. And then moving on to the top 4, I think Dele had a decent game. He positioned himself very well for the Son goal, so he ran off to the left and took a defender with him. And overall, like, he's been incredible under Mourinho. It's like he's been totally rejuvenated, and he's not his brother, it's for sure. It is Dele who we're playing with, and he didn't score today, but he's been on fire. I'll give him an 8 for this game, but as I said, he's been incredible, and he's been so vital to us under Mourinho. I think let's move on to Lucas. I think with Lucas he did a more of a team performance today. Obviously he got that tap in, which was brilliant because it was important that we got that second goal so early. Within 10 minutes we were 2-0 up. He positioned himself well for that, but also I think more importantly what he did well today was he was tracking back and defending and helping out our defence and our midfield in defending. And I think it's important that we defend as a team and we attack as a team. So our attack start from the back, maybe a long ball from Toby going forward, and our defence starts from the front, 4-1-3, however many we're playing up there. So I was very proud with that, and I saw him tracking back a lot, and that helps, I think, our defence a lot. So I'll give an 8 for him. And then both Sonny and Harry, I think they deserve 9s for various reasons. Obviously Sonny with that incredible goal, all the way from pretty much the edge of our area to the goal and scoring. We went past 12 touches he took overall. We checked this morning on Match Today, and we're going past so many defenders, and it was incredible. It was a beautiful finish. I think one of the best goals I've seen. He said it himself, it was the best goal he's scored. All right. And it was incredible, and overall he was just electric yesterday, so very, very pleased with that. And then Harry was incredible. He scored 2 himself. He could have been on a hat-trick, could have got a hat-trick, but he positioned himself incredibly, like he was dropping so deep and doing a fantastic job of that. This team does not miss Eriksen at all, or a playmaker, because Harry's doing it. He's sometimes passing to himself in a way, but he was dropping so deep. Sometimes he was at the halfway line and then he sprinted forward and was in the box. And with having Sonny and Lucas's pace up front, we can utilise that. And Dele's also a playmaker, so Dele and Harry creating chances or playing off of each other, because they obviously read each other very well. It's very, very exciting. And as I said earlier, I think the good thing about this is that when we're good, we're electric. When we're bad, we're really poor. And obviously the contrast between the two is who we played against. United did not let us have time on the ball, and they were really all over us, and we didn't know what to do with that. Burnley, on the other hand, they gave us so much space, so we obviously utilised that. Fun fact though, apparently we only had 49% possession, which I did not expect, but we obviously did more of it. But it was a beautiful game and lovely clean sheet and all that. So as I said, there are loads of things that look good under Mourinho, like the fact that we play out as a long goal kicks, or even from defence long kicks. We don't do the small build-up play from the back, which made us very shaky in defence. These sort of things, obviously the midfield lineup, relying on like a Dyer or a Sissoko to be stronger, and allowing the front to flow and create their own chances. I think overall it's a very interesting thing, and now it's all a case of just getting through the games in December, because there are a lot of them. I wanted to mention, we brought on 3 youngsters. We brought on Skip, Sessegnon and Parrott. Now obviously there's only so much you could see from them. It was Parrott's Premier League debut. It was nice to see Sessegnon come on, and Skippy looked good as well actually in midfield. He looked much stronger than I think when he first started coming into the team. So most happy with that. And it's interesting to see what kind of team he's going to put out against Bayern midweek, because obviously there's nothing to play for. We're qualified, and I don't think we can get first place anyway. So it'll be interesting to see if he puts out a nice little young team and how he thinks about the future. But yeah, right now things are good. We just need to keep on with this momentum, and as I said, build up a much better baseline of how we want to play. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Leave a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new around here and you would like to see more of these type of videos. Hit the bell. Apparently that will give you extra fast notifications or something. I don't know, try it out. Anyway, see you soon, and come on you Spurs.